Hello guys, Ian in London again here, doing an outside broadcast today as the weather's pretty good. And also I want to be playing outside because today I'm going to try and lose my Mavic and then find it again. You'll know that I lost my original Mavic down over Dover a couple of months ago now, and one of the things that went against me was the fact that I'd lost contact with the remote control. And if the Mavic can't talk to the remote control will not know the last location of your Mavic. So on my replacement one now, I fitted a little tracker. And before I go through what this does, I thought I'd just outline the main types of tracker that you actually have. You have three types. Bluetooth, not really worth the money there for this purpose anyway. They've only got a range of literally around 10 to 15 meters, 50 foot max. Really, if you've lost your drone, you're going to need a longer range than that. You also have the GPS based trackers. They have a little SIM card in which you'll either have an app on your phone, or you can send a text to your phone to the actual tracker, and it will fire back the coordinates. They're great, they've got limitless range, but they do rely on cell phone signal, and my problem with that is quite often when you go walking in the country you don't have any mobile signal. If you're flying out in the countryside, that'll probably be exactly the same situation, and if your drone's lying in a little ditch, it probably won't have any signal at all. So the third type of tracker that the sort I went for is a RF, or radio frequency tracker. They come in two pieces. You actually have the little tracking device, and you also have the locating device as well. One of the best known models is the Polo. It's a great piece of kit. It's supposed to have a range of up to about 2 miles. For me, it's a couple of issues. It's quite expensive, over $200. You can't really get hold of it that easily outside of the US, so here in Europe we're a bit stuffed. And finally, it's not small or subtle. The tracking device is quite chunky, and the actual locating screen, it's kind of got a bit of 70s retro feel about it, and it is a chunky little bit of kit, bigger than the remote control here. So I plumbed for this. This is the Loc8tor tracker, and as you can see, it's a lot smaller than the Marco Polo. Comes in two pieces. You have your little tracking device that actually sticks onto your drone, and here's my Mavic, and it stays on there all the time, firmly stuck. It's always there. And then the other part of it is the actual Loc8tor itself. Whizzy little bit of kit, size of a credit card, so it can always sit in your bag. So if you ever do lose your drone, you've kind of got the all the equipment with you that you're going to need to try and find it. So let's have a little look at the unit itself. It's very straightforward. As I said, about the size of a credit card, very thin, has watch battery inside, simple controls, off and on, volume control, and you can have up to 4 different tracking devices attached to it. Quite simply, you turn it on, 2-second bleep, little flashing red light tells you that it's searching. Nice feature. If you don't actually do anything with it, it'll turn itself off in a minute to save your battery. Right, competing with the Blackbird, let's see what this thing can find. It's straightforward enough. Turn it on with a little power button. All lights up. Okay. And then you simply press the button registered with your tag. Hello dogs. Okay, makes a little bleep, and then it tells you you've got to just do a little circle. So you turn around in a circle, and the idea is that it's eventually going to pick up, there we go, a bleep. So you can see what's happening, and you just keep from side to side. The excitement's too much. There we go. Oh, it's sounding hopeful. And there we are. I don't know if you can hear, but the actual little Loc8tor thing is chirping away as well. So that's how it works. Let's see what distance it can handle. So this is the first test. It's right over to the right of the gates. It's exactly 30 meters away, which is pretty much spot on 100 feet. Flashing away, press the button. Go around in a circle. Okay, so finally got that. So that's fine. So it manages 100 feet without any real problem. So I handled 30 meters or 100 feet without too much trouble there. I've put it a further 10 meters back and I've actually buried it in the undergrowth this time. So this will be 40 meters, which will be what, about 130, 140 feet. So that's good. Okay. This time it's gone through, signals had to go through a fence and some trees. And where the little thing is buried. Okay, so it handled 40 meters, which was pretty impressive. Going to make it work a little bit harder this time. So this time it's in a ditch, which means that it's actually got to get through earth as well, and I'll go back even further this time and see how we get on. Okay, so it looks like it's struggling this time. So as we said, when it's in a ditch, its range is not so great. So there we are. When it's stuck down at the bottom of the ditch, unfortunately the range is a lot less. It's literally about 20 meters, 25 meters tops, so that's about 75 feet. What happens if it's stuck in a tree? Hopefully the range will be a little bit better, so let's just see how we get on from there. Okay, we are now a good 70 meters away from it, and if I do my little, there we go, it's picked it up. Last test. Okay, this is now about 130 meters away from it. Stuck in a tree, well, stuck in a hedge anyway, and let's see how we get on. Do a little circle. Hey, how's that? Okay. Right, definitely picking it up, and that little baby is well over 130 meters away, so it's better than it says on the box, so that's fine by my reckoning. So there you go, put through its paces. I have to say, I think it's a decent bit of kit, to be honest. 60 quid, $80, $85 I guess, £10 to ship to the US, so all up you'll get it for under $100. The range is as good as it says on the tin, as I say. It's small enough to stay on your Mavic the whole time and have the remote in your bag the whole time. It worked to a good 130, 140 meters for me today. That's getting on for 500 feet. Better than searching through a field full of crop. So yeah, there we go. I'm pretty happy with it. I'll put the website on the notes of this video. I paid for this, they're not giving me anything. This is a straight up review, and I think it's a decent bit of kit. Anyway, happy flying guys, and I shall be in touch soon. Cheers.